Welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Brianna Saunders. As you can see, our wintry conditions have returned in Oswego. That cold air is back and it's here to stay. I know we had that teaser of those 70-degree temperatures for a while, but I'm sorry, we're back to usual with these cold temperatures. Heading into tomorrow, you want to make sure you watch those roadways as it's going to be refreezing tomorrow night, as all of this is going to melt and refreeze back over, so just be cautious when you're on those roadways. I'll have more for you coming up later in the broadcast. WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Tonight, New York's 22nd Congressional District has been called. We'll give you an update on who could control the House.
Plus, 2 missiles have allegedly struck Poland near the Ukraine border. How the world is responding.
And the slumbering lake effect snow is waking up this week. What you should be prepared for.
It's Tuesday, November 15th. This is WTOP 10 Nightly News.
One week after the election, New York's 22nd District has finally been called. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sydney Selleck.
And I'm Logan Stolberg.
Republican Brandon Williams is the projected winner of the New York 22nd Congressional District. The tech entrepreneur defeated Democrat Francis Knoll by about 4,000 votes. Williams is a Texas native and will be a more conservative voice in Washington than his predecessor, John Katko.
This brings the Republicans to 217 seats, meaning they only need one more seat to gain control of the House. If Republicans gain control, Kevin McCarthy is looking to take the role of Speaker of the House, but seems to be short on the votes to get the position. This all comes as former President Donald Trump is expected to announce his third presidential bid tonight.
This year's State Employees Federated Appeal, otherwise known as SEFA, is currently underway with its annual food and supply drive. This year's drive will collect items for both humans and pets to benefit the United Way of Greater Oswego County for distribution in the Oswego area. The drive runs through December 2nd, and you can find various drop box locations around campus.
Oswego is holding a mental health panel tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. The panel will discuss their stories dealing with mental health along with providing resources. The panel will feature 4 panelists, including graduate student Caleb Munsky, who is the captain on the men's soccer team. For more information on the event, you can follow Oswego on Instagram and on TikTok at Oswego.
Oswego men's basketball coach Jason Leone took the title of the winningest coach in men's Laker basketball history. The Oswego men's basketball team faced Eastern Connecticut State this past weekend. On day 2 of the tip-off tournament, the Lakers won with a 60-50 victory. With an impressive 210-78 record, his 12th year as the Lakers' head men's basketball coach, Leone passed Kevin Broderick, who coached the Lakers from 1996 to 2009 with a 209-150 record.
The State University of New York's Hispanic Leadership Institute has announced that SUNY Oswego faculty member Roberta Hurtado will be part of the 2023 class. Hurtado is an associate professor who teaches Latino literature and culture in the English and Creative Writing Department, while SUNY Oswego Hurtado has won the President's Award for Excellence in Academic Advising.
Thanksgiving travel rates are expected to rise to pre-pandemic levels this holiday season. AAA is predicting 54.6 million people will be traveling home this Thanksgiving, which is a 1.5% increase over last year's and 98% of pre-pandemic volumes. Much like last year, most travelers will drive to their destinations, with nearly 49 million people being expected to travel by car.
Verizon is announcing that it will provide high-speed broadband internet to communities in Onondaga County. In a statement, Kevin Service, Verizon's Senior Vice President for Wireline Network of Operations, said Verizon will be focused on delivering the best broadband service for its customers along with major economic benefits it has. Investing in broadband in Onondaga County will help expand the company's reach to more rural areas in New York State.
Upstate New York should look out for paralyzing snowfall later this week. Tug Hill in western New York could be hit starting on Wednesday night and lasting into the weekend.
The National Weather Service said that snowfall could be measured in feet for Buffalo and Watertown areas. Winter weather alerts are in place for most of the upstate for a few inches of snow mixed with ice, which could make the roads dangerous Wednesday morning.
With snow on the way, it's time for Oswego students to bundle up.
Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders is here with a quick look at the weather. Brianna, what do we have for weather this weekend?
Well, as you can see, we're going to have a temperature drop coming this week. I know those nice 70-degree temperatures are gone. We have a snowy week ahead of us, the snow sticking around the rest of the week, and we're going to have some windy conditions from that lake effect wind. And is lake effect snow back? I'll have more for you coming up after the break. But first, back to the desk.
Coming up later tonight, the richest men may be falling off the charts sooner than we think.
And all the developments from the Russia-Ukraine war. All this after the break.
Major discussion.
To eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome, I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brianna Saunders. Taking a look at our forecast tonight, around 10 p.m. we can see that snow sticking around, heading into our early morning hours. Again, that snow still sticking around into the early a.m. hours, high around 33, and heading towards your early morning commute. We can see that rain start to mix with the snow as our temperatures rise back up. So you might want to bring some umbrellas out, send your kids out with those coats because it is going to be a little chilly. Taking a look at our surface map analysis, we can see that low pressure system bringing our synoptic system of snow moving through our area. Our high pressure that brought us our nice warm, mild weather is gone. It's gone, the warm weather's gone and it's not coming back. And we can see our low pressure system moving through. Heading into tomorrow, we can see a nice mixed day. The snow's going to mix with rain throughout the day. We have a high around 42. The winds are pretty mild, but it's going to feel a lot chillier because of that cold air, that lake effect wind. Heading into sunrise is around 6:49 a.m., so that sun's going to be around on your commute to class. Looking at my coffee shop, you can see you're going to want to grab an extra large coffee on your way to class tomorrow. You might want to stop by Lake Effect. We have a high around 42. Again, mixed with rain and sleet. You're going to want that nice warm coffee to get you through your day. Looking at our weather hazards, we can see we have a mild risk of snow. Again, the snow isn't expected to stick onto the roadways that much, but you still want to be cautious because you never know, your visibility might drop really fast when you're on those roads with that snow coming towards you. We have a wind threat. It's pretty mild, and our icing is a concern. Looking at our extended forecast, Wednesday we have a high of 42, a low of 31, some PM snow. Thursday we have a high of 38, a low of 31. We have a wintry mix ahead. And Friday we have a high of 38, a low of 26, and those mild 30s continue into your weekend. That's all I have for weather. Sydney, Logan, back to you.
Thank you, Brianna. Tense negotiations between Ukraine and Russia have led to more missile strikes and violence. It is believed that Russia does not think the Ukrainian government is negotiating in good faith.
This has resulted And more missile strikes on energy centers in major Ukrainian cities. Reporter Chris Wynn has the latest.
As air raid sirens ring across Ukraine, there are reports that 2 missiles or rockets struck Poland near the Ukrainian border, killing at least 2 people. It's unclear from where the projectiles originated, but they landed at roughly the same time as a Russian missile strike on western Ukraine. The incident occurring after Ukrainians were warned to expect more attacks from Russia.
Mostly on energy infrastructure. We can see what the enemy wants. They will not succeed.
Russian missiles struck about a dozen Ukrainian cities and districts on Tuesday, marking the largest wave of attacks on the country this month following several devastating rounds in October. Senior Ukrainian officials say at least half of the customers in Kyiv have no electricity after Russian strikes forced emergency outages. The attacks come after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky presented a 10-point peace plan to end Russia's invasion in a video speech to G20 leaders.
We will not allow Russia to wait it out, build up its forces, and then start a new series of terror and global destabilization.
The steps include a path to nuclear safety, food security, and a special tribunal for alleged Russian war crimes.
I am convinced now is the time when the Russian destructive war must and can be stopped.
A Kremlin spokesperson says Russia has seen Zelensky's proposal, but doesn't believe the Ukrainian government wants to negotiate in good faith. In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
4 University of Idaho students are found dead this afternoon following a Moscow County police report. Investigators believe that this was a premeditated attack involving a sharp-edged weapon. The Moscow Police Department does not believe there is an active threat to the community. Classes are canceled on Monday at the university in honor of the student victims. The university also shared resources for students and staff who may be impacted by the event.
A federal judge blocked a rule that makes it easier to expel migrants from the U.S. It's called the Title 42, drafted by the Trump administration during the pandemic. The rule allowed authorities to push migrants out of the country with broader reasoning. Unaccompanied children have always been exempt from expulsion. More than 1 million migrants have been expelled under Title 42.
Protests in Brazil today called for military intervention. Supporters of the outgoing Brazilian president, Jair Bolsonaro, held a demonstration in front of the army headquarters in the city of Sao Paulo contesting last month's presidential election results. Protesters were seen with signs asking for a coup and military intervention, along with some black and white Brazilian flags, which signified mourning.
Forbes will need to continue to revisit the list for the world's richest men. Some people on the list, including Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk, have had a rough few months. Elon Musk is listed as the richest man on Forbes' list, but he's expected to testify in court this week about Tesla's compensation package. Jeff Bezos is third on the list, but said he would donate his wealth during his lifetime.
Coming up, doctors are looking for anxiety treatments other than medication. What you can do to help with your anxiety.
And there's a new version of Elf on the Shelf, the dressing company that's coming out with a new holiday friend. All this after the break.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker. Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Here's your health and consumer report.
As the RSV virus surges across the country, one Arizona hospital has been forced to open 2 clinics to deal with the overflow of patients. Doctors say the RSV is affecting mainly babies and children up to 4 years old. They say the pandemic is partly to blame because masks have shielded children from catching viruses over the past 2.5 years. Now their immune systems are weaker.
They've not been exposed to viruses, so they don't have their innate antibody protection. Here we are today, the masks are off, the kids are in school, it's starting to get a little bit cold, and the viruses are having a heyday.
Amazon is launching a virtual clinic to treat common health conditions. The service will focus on affordable care for conditions like allergies, acne, and hair loss. Customers will be connected with professionals through telehealth services. There's no word on how much the service will cost, and Amazon will not be accepting insurance. The clinic will be available in 32 states, but Amazon says it hopes to expand coverage in the coming months.
Millions are suffering from anxiety across the U.S. While medication and therapy can help, these options may not be right for everyone.
Research is showing there may not be another equally effective option. Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
Concerns over health, money, family problems can cause occasional worry, but for those who suffer from anxiety disorders, the concerns may not go away and may worsen in time.
It has a profound effect on people's lives.
Anxiety can lead to symptoms like constant worry, trouble sleeping or concentrating, irritability, and more. Psychotherapy and medication like Lexapro to treat depression and anxiety can help.
It's a great drug. I prescribe it all the time, but it could be that not everyone's interested in taking a medication.
That's why Dr. Elizabeth Hoagie wanted to study another option for anxiety treatment, mindfulness meditation. The researchers studied more than 275 adults with untreated anxiety disorders. Half the patients received a generic form of Lexapro. The other half were assigned an 8-week course in mindfulness stress reduction.
And found that they were roughly equivalent in effect, reducing anxiety symptoms by about 30%.
Hoagie says meditation could potentially be prescribed instead of medication for some patients, but says it does take time to make it effective.
Participants were enrolled in a class for 2.5 hours a week, and they also had homework assignments nearly every day for about 40 minutes.
Hoagie says anyone interested should talk to a primary care provider about their options. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
In consumer news, those thinking of going to Disney World over the winter break may see a price hike in their tickets. Beginning on December 8th, there will be a Park Pacific pricing for one day, one park tickets. Magic Kingdom will be the most expensive park to get into, with Epcot and Hollywood Studios having different prices depending on demand. Animal Kingdom will keep its current prices.
With the holiday season just around the corner, the elf on the shelf is getting a new challenger. Meet Ranchi. He is the star of Hidden Valley's Ranch on a Branch holiday tale. Ranchi moves to a new spot every day with the dream of becoming a real bottle of ranch dressing. Ranchi and his storybook can be ordered on the Hidden Valley's website for $30. Zach Mash is here to give us everything we need to know in Laker sports and beyond.
Zach.
A couple of Lakers receive awards and MLB hot stove season begins, coming up next on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Tag Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNYAC honors. Oh, finally, got that old music back. Welcome live inside the El Roca studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Welcome back to WTOP 10. I'm Zach Mash, and here's what's going on in your sports report. The Oswego State women's hockey team received an honor today as sophomore goalie Lexi Levy was named the Northeast Women's Hockey League's Goalie of the Week. Levy led the Lakers to a perfect 2-0 record for the week, holding Morrisville to just 1 goal in each game and recording 43 saves and a sky-high .956 save percentage over those contests. Her effort was good enough to steer the Lakers back to 500 at 3-3, and they'll look to better that mark on Saturday with a road matchup with the Lemoyne Dolphins on tap. On the men's side, senior forward Tommy Cahill also received some hardware as he was named SUNYAC Player of the Week for his efforts in a road win over Cortland over the weekend. Cahill recorded 3 points in the contest, including the game-winning goal. Cahill is now up to 13 points already on the young season. After the victory, the Lakers are now the 8th-ranked team in the country, and they'll look to take their record to 5-1 after a Friday night matchup at Geneseo. Over to the big leagues, the Yankees brought back one of their own tonight, agreeing to a deal with first baseman Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo tied his career high with 32 home runs this season, his first full year in the Bronx following a midseason trade from the Chicago Cubs in 2021. A lefty bat, Rizzo will also look to benefit from a new rule banning shifts that is set to begin in 2023. With Rizzo back in the fold, the Yankees will likely look to lock up presumed American League MVP Aaron Judge, who is also currently a free agent. Elsewhere in MLB free agency, the hot stove continues to burn, with starting pitcher Tyler Anderson agreeing to a 3-year, $40 million deal with the Los Angeles Angels. Anderson enjoyed a breakout with the Dodgers this past season, posting 178 2/3 innings with an ERA of just 2.57. That performance also earned his first All-Star appearance at the Midsummer Classic in July. Anderson will look to build on that success in Anaheim, fresh off the biggest payday of his career so far. An NFC East clash in Philadelphia last night as the Eagles look to keep their perfect season alive. We'll start in the first quarter. Starts well for the Eagles, a strip sack as Josh Sweat comes screaming off the edge. As the Eagles recover the fumble and get it back, Jalen Hurts plunges in for the touchdown. It's 7-0 Eagles. Are they on their way to an easy win? Well, not quite. We go later in the first quarter now. Heineke hands off to Antonio Gibson, who goes into the end zone for the touchdown to make it 7-7. Eagles respond quick, though, with a Tim Tebow jump pass to Dallas Goedert, making it 14-7. End of the first half now, it's 14-10 Eagles as Brian Robinson muscles his way into the end zone to make it 17-14 at halftime. Now we go to the fourth quarter. Jalen Hurts over to Devontae Smith, cuts the Washington lead to 2. Devontae Smith has been enjoying a breakout season for the Eagles. And we go to the middle of the fourth quarter now as Jalen Hurts unleashes a deep pass to the other end of the field. It's caught by Quez Watkins, but it's fumbled and picked up by the Commanders. This would be one of the 2 fatal blows in this game, as Heineke has the other here. Takes a sack, but he's roughed by Brandon Graham. Commanders win this one 26-21. Eagles are not perfect anymore. Stay tuned after the break for your feel-good story of the night.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Jill
Should
told
we
me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to Major Discussions. And we do have some breaking news tonight. Former President Donald Trump has announced his third run for the White House at his estate in Mar-a-Lago. Bloomberg News has confirmed that the former president has filed paperwork to confirm his bid for presidency. This announcement comes after the GOP underperformed in the midterm elections.
Many predicted a red wave in this year's midterms, but Republicans came up short, not getting control of the Senate, and are only predicted to hold the House by a slim majority. Many Republicans have called on President Trump to stay away from the Georgia runoff in December due to fears his image will hurt the Republicans' chance at winning. WTOP is here to keep you updated with everything you need to know about the midterms and the upcoming 2024 race.
Final story of the night. A Massachusetts child decided to forego birthday gifts this year and is instead giving away 2 tons of food.
9-year-old Bellman Schwartz collected 4,000 pounds of food for pantries in his community.
The 4th grader wanted to help feed people in need for Thanksgiving, which is also around the same time as his birthday.
Bellman also collected approximately $4,000 worth of donations for local food shelters.
He delivered the food and donation to the pantries over the weekend. Welcome to the desk, weather and sports.
Hello.
Can we get a final weather check?
Of course, heading into tomorrow, we're going to see the rain mix with snow as those temperatures increase. And then going back into the overnight hours, we're going to go below freezing, so just walk through the slick roads. And again, going throughout our week, we're just going to see those temperatures remain in the mid to upper 30s. This is my final newscast for the semester.
Mine as well.
Me too.
Yeah, last time we're all going to be together, huh?
It's a little bittersweet, honestly.
Yeah.
We've had some good times at this desk this semester, but we'll be back next semester.
I mean, I'll say this last word. It's definitely been a pleasure working with you guys. I appreciate it, guys, and especially the guys in the studio. You guys have done a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I second that.
That's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for the season finale of Major Discussions.
From all of us here at WTOP 10, thank you for watching and have a good night.